So, Joe, my question is, you talked a lot at the general session about who's paying for PCI data security. Can you summarize that for the Business Solutions readership? What point did you want to get across?
Yeah, absolutely. Here's the issue. The issue is, if you step back from it and you really look at what's going on, the PCI Security Standards Council is establishing standards for not only the development of application software, but the installation of it and the ongoing administration of that. And what happens is that the folks that are developing the software spend millions of dollars to make sure that their product's compliant. Then they bring in qualified security assessors to validate that it meets those standards. That costs millions of dollars. And then the reseller community has to embrace that product, learn that product, and bring it out to the end user community. And that costs millions of dollars. And then the merchants or the retailers or the end user community, however you want to say that, then spends millions of dollars to, in fact, bring that technology update into their stores. So it ends up costing a lot of people a lot of money. And even though it sounds like a great bonanza for our industry to sell a lot of product, it isn't, because what it ends up doing is costing a lot of time and a lot of heartburn, and creates a bit of distrust between your end user customer and, in fact, you as a provider of technology.
Any recommendations? What would you recommend a dealer do, to combat this? What's the next step they should take?
Well, a couple of things. First of all, always be transparent with the customer and make sure that they understand all the costs. And make sure that they understand all the actions and issues associated with maintaining and installing a compliance system. Make sure that your customers understand when they're signing up with a payment processor that they need to read the fine print and understand what their obligations are. Because ultimately, if you read the fine print, the merchant or the end user is responsible if there's a breach. And a lot of times, if you're trying to get your business up and going, or in fact, trying to just transition between payment processes, you don't read the fine print.
And can't let you go without asking you your take on general session. All the seats were full. They actually had to bring more seats in. It was standing room only. In excess of 400 folks at the opening session. That's got to make you feel good. And a lot of those folks raised their hands when you ask who's a new member.
Yeah, we're pretty happy on several of those accounts, Jim. Number one, the attendance at the show is up well over 20% year over year. We don't have the final numbers yet because people are still registering, which is kind of cool. Last year was even year over year, and this year is up over 20%. So we're very happy. Then, with respect to the new members coming in, membership's at an all-time high. It's up 11% year over year, and the thing that was very encouraging when I did ask that question in general session, how many new faces here, is there a lot of hands went up, and that's exactly what we're trying to do. In fact, we're trying to be very inclusive. We're trying to bring more people into the industry association so that we can help them with education, help them with certification, and ultimately help their businesses.